Alright fish people, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we're going to do a species profile on the Monte Cristo cichlid, which is the Oscura Heterospila. I'm doing this video because I've been asked a lot of questions about this species of late, which is really good because it's nice to see people starting showing an interest in this fish. In this video you're looking at Big Monty. He is the new addition to my group of these, and he has only got one pectoral fin. Apparently his female bit it off in a past life. So yeah, it's not harming him. He's fine and he's an absolute beauty. So yeah, the Oscura Heterospila, which is more commonly known as the Monte Cristo cichlid. This fish used to be Vihea Heterospila, but was then reclassified as Oscura. They do originate from Mexico, which is obviously in Central America, so they are a Central American cichlid. The size of these fish is also a good thing when keeping, because they only really max out at 10 inches. And actually as well, it takes them a hell of a long time to get to 10 inches. They are a slow grower. Now, for instance, I've got two in my tank that I bought just over a year ago that were about 4 inches, and they're probably at the most 5 inches now. So really slow growers. When they are at 10 inches, because I've got two, well, I did have two of these fish that were pretty much 10 inches. They are a phenomenal looking fish. They are not aggressive. So in my experience with these fish, this is not an aggressive fish. So I've had this pair that you can see in the video now, and they're spawning in that pot, and that was in a community tank, and they spawn on about 2 or 3 occasions, and I've never saw no aggression to any other fish. They can be aggressive with each other though. So like any other pair of fish, there's aggression between the male and female, but I have never had to part them with that aggression, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would class these as a non-aggressive cichlid. The biggest, most important thing with this fish for me is the diet. So we have to get the diet right with these fish, because it's a green diet. So I would always in my video say a predominantly green diet or a high green diet, because although it should be full green, you can treat them the odd meaty pellet, which is what I do. I treat them bug type pellets, but they do predominantly get a green diet. So I feed them things like spinach, courgette, pepper, sweet potato, cucumber, lettuce, and I also feed them northern veggie, and they will eat akari algae tabs as well. So they get a predominantly green diet, and that's important if you want to preserve these fish, get the right colors out of them, and get the right lifespan out of them as well. So when it comes to lifespan, they live about 10 years, but obviously that's just a guide. They can live less than that, they can live longer than that. It's the same with the size thing. It's just a guide, because some might not reach 10 inches, some might just go over 10 inches, but it's always a guide. So basically it's a pretty much an average. When it comes to breeding these fish, they're relatively easy, like all other Central American cichlids. Once you get a pair, they're going to breed for you, and they're going to breed on a regular basis. Also with tank size with these, I think the tank size sort of like debate is a big thing. So it all depends on how many you've got. Have you got other fish in the tank? So like right now I've got 6 of these in a 5-foot tank, but they're not fully grown. So when they're fully grown, they would need a much bigger tank than this. So they're going to be going into maybe a 7 or 8 foot tank eventually. So if you've got a pair, for a pair, I would still say if you've got a breeding pair of these, it depends again. So you could put these in a 4-foot tank, but I would say you need a 4-foot by 2-foot as opposed to a 4-foot by 15 inch, if that makes sense. Water parameters, which again for me, water parameters again is just a guide, because they learn to adapt. But if you want to give these what's advised, your pH is going to be from 7.5 to 8.5. Your temperature is going to be 26 to 30, those areas. I've got my temperature at 27, and I think my pH is 7, so it's a little bit below what it says to be the expected, and they're finding that, they thrive in that, so there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, a fantastic fish to keep. When it comes to tank mates, I always advise, when people ask me, I say other Viea species. So Viea species are a great accompaniment to this fish. Also, some of your Therichthys species like your Maculopinnis and your Mikai, they're all great tank mates for this fish. Anyway, guys, I think that is probably as much information as I need to give. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope if you're buying this species, it helps you to make that decision moving forward. Also, guys, massive thank you for all your support, all the likes, all the comments, all the subscriptions. If you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, consider subscribing. Click the button, ping the bell, and that's me, guys. I am out. I will see you on the next one.